Vijay, you said in an interview that whether it's buying a house or producing a film or launching a clothing line, what you're trying to do is sort of influence a new young generation and and change them. And I was wondering how do you want to change the younger generation?
I talk some random stuff, no, sometimes. Changing the generation. I don't think
This was one of those.
yeah, I'm in some mood someday and I'm like, let's change the gen. Then someday I'm like, dude, no one's changing for nothing. Just live your life, have a good life and get lost. Nothing matters. Like, did I want to change the generation? Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. Like I'm a really confused boy. This is one thing I'm very sure about. And the thing is, I have this condition, and it's can't stop. So the condition is can't stop. I can't stop thinking. I can't stop fighting. I can't stop doing. I can't stop believing. So in this non-stop churning of thoughts, one day it's like, dude, you need to make a difference. So I was having this thought of just today. Someone sent me the audition tapes to a film called Life is Beautiful. I don't know Badi Sir and Anupama if you have watched that. It was
Of
by
course.
Shekhar Kamala Garu. He made a huge film called Leader, and then he decided that the next film I want to make with newcomers. And I woke up one morning as a struggling actor, having no hope, nowhere to go, not knowing what to do, to this huge front paper that said, looking for new actors, apply, pressure, audition. Hoardings were splashed across the city. Every website had this, and it gave me so much joy that morning. Just that there is this opportunity somewhere, and because this man decided to do that, I ended up doing a film, and I ended up meeting Nagashwin, the director of Yevade Subramanyam, Mahanati, and Prabhasana's next film, and it changed my life. I was like, what if I was a 25-year-old today? When there's a pandemic, I see no one like Shekhar Garu making films with new guys. What would have come of you? Like, would you have got this start to a career? And when I have thoughts like these, I start thinking maybe there's a purpose. Maybe there's a purpose that, like, so many stories that happen in my parents' life and my life, feels like, dude, there's a larger purpose at play. It's not so that you can make movies, make money, have fun, and go. Like, do some, beat my education. Like, I was lucky to get into a school which was free education. Otherwise my family couldn't afford it then. So it's like all these things, there is something that you have to do, and that's what makes me want to do these things, like be it the foundation or be it talking to the audience that follows me and trying to give them two bits of what worked for me. I think, yeah, so that's where it comes from. I would like people to think. I think, right now, at this moment, one thing I want people is to think for themselves. Like, just uh, don't form opinions based on the circus that is around. The world's become one huge circus, which, like, I've I disconnected because it was beginning to frustrate me. I was like, screw this. I'm leading my life. I'm not paying attention to this. But I think the biggest power is to be able to think for yourself. From, like, even everything I say, I question even myself. Like, when I say something, I'm like, how the hell could you say that? And only when I still believe it do I stick on to it. I change my opinions. One day I say something, if I see a better reason to something, I believe it. But I feel like we're in a world where we try and fit everything into our perspective. Only information that feeds us, we try and grab it. Anything else, we are against, and it's like one war zone. How I would like to see changes, just by, that's something I think people need. But personally, I'm concerned about education and employment. So I think I am what I'm today because of the education I received at an early age. I feel like age 5 to 15 is the age where people get groomed a lot on how they think, how they behave, empathy, sympathy, sensitivity to people. That's where we get socialized. I think in that age, giving good education, giving good guidance is very important. Right now, I do not have the power to pull off something like that, but that's something on my radar. and creating employment. I think when everybody wants to do better in life, everybody wants to buy stuff for their parents, for themselves, for their wives, for their kids. Nobody wants to be vela or jobless.
Yeah.
I think if you just give them the right guidance or push at one point of time, when they're in their 21, 22, 23, they direct their entire energy into towards this, towards bettering their lives and stuff. So we are trying to do what we can about getting people employed. I think a lot of antisocial behavior and a lot of randomness will be eliminated if we have more empowering things like employment where people are getting paid and they can spend their money. I think that would be helpful. So that's something we are trying to do, but in a very small way. So I don't think I can change a generation, but let's see.